The growing link between terrorism and organized crime, as well as threats to peace and security in the sub-region, informed this Ouagadougou summit by ECOWAS heads of state and government. The West African leaders are here to, amongst others, review different initiatives taken so far, redefine intervention areas, and put in place a mechanism towards monitoring the implementation of the measures adopted towards ensuring lasting peace across member states. ECOWAS chairman and president of Niger, Muhammadu, and other stakeholders at the opening ceremony expressed worry that no day passes without a terrorist attack, kidnapping, and other criminal acts in the Sahel and the Chad Basin, with devastating consequences.
The United Nations will continue to lend support to the region in fighting terrorism in a comprehensive manner.
Addressing his counterparts in a closed session, President Muhammadu Buhari said Nigeria, as a major victim of the Boko Haram terrorist activities, remains resolute in her efforts towards combating and eradicating the criminal elements in all their forms and manifestations. The country, he however said, cannot do it alone, given the resilience of the terror groups and the ease with which they raise funds and acquire sophisticated weapons for their dastardly acts. The president therefore called for coordinated regional actions and responses against terrorists through greater willingness by member nations to share intelligence and resources, which he described as critical in achieving the desired safety, security, and prosperity for the people. The Nigerian leader maintains that collective responsibility not to let up remains key in winning the fight against terrorism and stamping out the scourge from the sub-region. Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Onyama told NTA News that the counterterrorism summit of the ECOWAS leaders was fruitful.
African countries want this to be the last meeting in which they will just meet to talk about terrorism, and that they decided they can no longer rely on the foreign partners. So they have 8 list of priorities, ranging from efforts by countries to address the issue of small weapons and light arms, and sharing intelligence, and border controls, providing weapons, and so forth. So West African Monetary Union put forward 500 million towards the funding of the 8 priorities that will be rolled out from 2020 to 2022 with very concrete deliverables. And so this meeting agreed that ECOWAS should now also come up with 500 million US dollars, and that this will show the self-reliance of the ECOWAS member states in the fight against terrorism. So it's a defining summit meeting, really.
Some members of the Nigerian delegation to the summit applauded President Muhammadu Buhari for being passionate about matters relating to security, stability, and future of Nigeria.
There is a determined effort to stamp out, terrorism. This is a front burner project for President. He had to be here, and I'm glad that I also had the privilege of coming here with him.
If our president doesn't come for these conferences, dialogue with his colleagues from other countries, showing them the need to address security challenges within their borders, then I don't see what else he'll be doing. We have to try every means to ensure a safer Nigeria.
Fighting insurgency and terrorism is not in the lack of plan, but it is in the coordinated activity of countries and nations within the sub-region. It is a worthwhile exercise, and I thank God that our dear president was present.
President Muhammadu Buhari has since returned to Abuja. Adamu Sambu, NTA News.